Hello, so this is why self-hatred occurs and how to stop it. For most of us, the expression, you are your own worst enemy, holds a lot of truth. It's a painful reality that much of what limits us in our own lives is our own feelings of unworthiness and self-hatred. I hate myself is a common thought, but where do these feelings come from? How do they influence us? And how can we push past them to live a life free of the harsh attitudes of our inner critic? So the critical inner voice and self-hatred. In their research, psychologist Dr. Robert and Lisa Firestone found that the most common self-critical thought among a diverse population of subjects tested is you are different from other people. Most people see themselves as different, not in some positive or special way, but in a negative sense. Even people who seem well-adjusted and well-liked in their social circles have deep-seated feelings of being an outcast or a fraud. This feeling about ourselves is common because every person is divided. As Robert Firestone has described, each of us has a real self, a part of us that is self-accepting, goal-oriented, and life-affirming, as well as an anti-self, a side of us that is self-hating, self-denying, paranoid, and suspicious. The anti-self is expressed in our critical inner voice. The critical inner voice is like an internal coach, negatively commenting on our lives, influencing how we behave and how we feel about ourselves. It's there to undermine our goals. Who do you think you are? You'll never be successful. It's there to undercut our accomplishments. This won't end. You think you are, you'll never be successful. This won't end well. Sooner or later, you're going to mess up. It's there to sabotage our relationships. She doesn't really love you. You shouldn't trust her. It's even there to criticize those close to us. Why does he even hang out with you? There must be something wrong with him. Finally, this voice can seem self-soothing, coddling us, yet encouraging us to act in ways that are self-destructive, then punishing us for messing up. Go ahead and have that second cake. You had a rough week. You deserve it. Later, it will fire with comments like, you're such a fat loser. How could you mess up on your diet again? Though it may seem unnatural to view ourselves through this outside lens, we all possess the critical inner voice. For many of us, this thought process is so ingrained that we hardly notice when it arises. Instead of recognizing this voice as the destructive enemy that it is, we mistake it for our real point of view. We believe that what it tells us about ourselves is true. So why do I hate myself? I hate myself as a sadly common critical inner voice that people of all ages struggle with. Where then do thoughts like these come from? What Dr. Robert and Lisa Firestone have found in their research is that these thoughts originate in negative early life experiences. The way we are viewed growing up and the attitudes directed towards us shape how we see ourselves. Harmful views directed at us by parents and other influential caretakers are internalized to make up our self-image. Just as a parent's positive attitudes towards us may lead us to develop self-esteem and confidence, their more critical attitudes can promote just the opposite. The point here is not to blame parents. However, it's important to realize that no parent or person, for that matter, is perfect. Parents face a difficult struggle when they have children, as painful feelings arise from their own past. They may therefore react inappropriately or critically toward their children in moments of stress. Moreover, the critical feelings parents have towards themselves often come across to their children and are then internalized by their child. For example, if we had a parent who often acted like we were a nuisance, consistently quieting us, or even just feeling tense in our presence, we may take on a feeling about ourselves that we are a bother. We may become overly shy or apologetic in our adult lives. Fighting ourselves in our careers or taking a submissive position in our relationships. For me, I've been bullied my entire life. At home by my sister and at school by everyone else. I didn't have any friends. I would try to make friends, but all of them were too scared to be bullied as well. From hearing it my entire childhood, I had grown to believe it. It wasn't until recently that I began to work on my own self-hatred. So thank you for listening.